Hi everybody, welcome to this quick 9 playthrough for the date that is now displayed on the screen. Remember to check the tournament times so that you have time to play all of your holes. Please hit thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Timestamps for all the holes in the video description down below. Bear in mind these are general wind conditions you will need to tweak according to the directions you face in the quick 9. And remember, some of these are old replays, so feature the old ball attribute levels. Good luck, here we go. Tailwind on this hole means we can go aggressively and get to green. We're going with 4.5 top spin, 2 bars right spin. I would recommend you play with a berserker to remove the need of excessive overpower. Stretching out there with extra mile 8, and I can just see the third bounce just going into the far side of the bunker. And that's because the tailwind is going to push the ball guide on more than it is shown. So I let my target fall back to max rest. Then I'm going to adjust max plus 10 power 5 numbers, and I'm going to do a small push up here, and I'm pushing up by 3 rings, and that's based on the amount I'm estimating I need when I was stretching out my target. Obviously the top spin will vary. If you have a much stronger tailwind, then you will need to dial the top spin back slightly or do less push up. It's one of those you need to just take a token or two and get some tweaks, but we want to bounce once on that pad, second time on that pad into the rough, and then rolling out, and maybe even getting a hole in one. This par 3 is very tough, we must have that said to begin with. We're going to add spin first, and we're using the rocket. 6 backspin and 1 left spin. In low winds you could go with a navigator, but just to prevent pulling into overpower I would suggest a power 2 or power 3 ball. You want the blue ring touching the bunker in both places, on the bottom left and the bottom right. Make sure you get that landing position correct. And then with spin added, you would see the ball guide as I did in the video. The adjustment is minimum distance, 30% elevation, power 2 settings. This will need a little bit of a tweak, but even with plenty of practice on this one, it's not a guarantee you're going to drop it. This is an exceptionally difficult pin placement on this par 3. Maybe a little bit more backspin there, one more click, we'd have got that in for the hole in one. We have some tailwind here, so I'm going to go aggressive. With the Titan, play with 6 bars top spin. Stupidly, I reduced this to 5 top spin, I didn't need to. 2 bars side spin to the right, stretch out, find our position. Then we are going to adjust max plus 10, then push back up to max. Can go with a berserker if you want to use less overpower. Here I'm going with max, but I did need to stick with 6 bars topspin. Plenty of curl to the right, almost 1 ball outside the adjustment ring to the right. We do hit great left here, so we are going to be nearer to the rough on the left than we would like, but we still do find the fairway, and that's absolutely fine. Obviously a perfect would have put us a little bit more away from the rough. 392 yards. Obviously if you have more topspin and if you'd have gone with 6 bars like I wanted to, we'd have been a little bit further. So we would probably have been in max distance Thorn here rather than Grizzly, but we still have a chance. I'm playing here 20% slider plus 10% elevation. I was judging from the minimum distance line how far I was from min. Check out the Academy playlist, tutorial videos for min, mid and max, and also slider and rings from min guidance. So 20% slider, 10% elevation. The ball guide did disappear, however, because there's a lot of flight time before the tree, I didn't actually need to go with any curl. And we dropped that beautifully. Hole number 2, as long as we don't have predominantly tailwind, I am going to play with the sniper, and I'm going to go with the backspin approach. 2 bars right spin, between 5.5 and 6.5 bars of backspin depending on the wind. Here it is all about trying to catch a mini funnel towards the pin from the slope, top right corner of the green as we look. What I don't do here though, need to do more of, is anticipate the second bounce wind effect. We do miss this one to the left. The adjustment I make here is mid-distance 20% elevation. We do have a more headwind, I would be playing maximum numbers instead. So mid plus 20, and we do get the general idea of it here with a perfect ball. However, this is one where I think a token would be good just to see how much offset you are going to need. As you can see, we do come in too far to the left here, so we either go with more adjustment or we go with more offset to begin with. If we just aim that one more square to the right, we're going to be very close indeed. Here it's all about a safe birdie. This is a very tough par 4. We're going to look at the white ring touching the lower of the 2 bunkers there on the right, at the top of +2 with extra mile 8, top of +4 with extra mile 6 and 7. 4.5 top spin, 2 bars left spin, playing with a Titan. The adjustment here is maximum distance, 10% elevation, and once we've done that, we're not going to push up, we're going to leave it where it is, but instead we're going to go with full overpower. It is a slower needle, so it's easier to hit perfect. No curl. Off we go with a perfect ball. If you want to use a Kingmaker to make it even steadier, then you can, but if not, a Titan is absolutely fine. Rolling down the fairway here, drive distance, you want around 375 yards. With the second shot, it's all about getting to green safely. 1.5 backspin, 2 bars left spin as a suggestion, and I would set up a couple of yards away from Max with either the Big Dog or the Cataclysm. You want to use a wood club with distance. Half of the red ring inside the rough. Give yourself a great ball either side, basically, on this one. As I said, this is all about getting to green safely. Max +0, push rings to adjust, otherwise the trees are in the way. And then we go with 3/4 ball curl to the left. You can tweak it if you want to go more aggressive at the eagle, and you want to try and get a lucky drop here with more curl. But if not, you're going to be okay. The key thing is to just avoid the trees and avoid the rough, and then you can be putting for your birdie on this long and difficult par 4. Alright, here, as this is from tournament, I'm going to go with the Big Topper. If you don't have that club or you're playing tour play, go with a driver with 6 bars of topspin instead. You can still play a no-move target. Extra mile will put you further up, as Apocalypse, which will work fine. But here with the Big Topper, max topspin, 1 bar side spin to the right. Adjust max distance, no elevation. Does take us into overpower. I would recommend adding 1 ring on as well. We do want to get a bit more distance, and a little bit of curl to the right. So about 1.5 rings overpower. Hit perfect with this one, and what we want to happen here is to bounce over, and you'll see here we get an extra little roll, a bit of a glitch roll, which gives us about 15-20 yards more distance. Anywhere around 370, going to be absolutely fine. Once again, this is from tournament play, so I am packing the Guardian on this one because I do want to try and get Albatross for the tournament scorecard. Max backspin, 1/2 bar of side spin to the right. Setting up here with the second bounce, 1 square to the left and 1 square higher than the cup. That is because the wind, crosswind with the headwind, will push us back towards the pin area. Here I am playing exactly between minimum and medium distance, 10% elevation. So this is 25% slider, 10% elevation. Perfect ball away. We're not going to drop this every single time with a perfect, but we are going to get close. Just a little bit of a tweak needed there, but perfect speed on the rollback. Navigator ball is all you need here, and Big Topper. Whatever Big Topper level you have, should be absolutely fine. Here I'm playing with Big Topper level 5. Max topspin, 1 bar side spin to the left. Setting up with the Big Topper level 5, we can use the ring reference, top left of the yellow ring touching the sand, and look at the second bounce and the ball guide. Second bounce just before the edge of the rough, with the ball guide showing that it is going to bounce out of the rough. Max +5 here, max +5. Then, as always with the Big Topper, concentrate on hitting perfect due to club accuracy. Perfect ball, and this is just before the bunker, and go through the trees, clips the rough and rolls out to the fringe, and that is going to be a very consistent shot if you hit perfect. Simple wedge, and in tournament play that is going to be a tailwind wedge, so nothing to worry about with a wedge. So Katana and Sniper, 3.5 backspin, 3 bars side spin to the right. Setup references here: blue ring touching the rough, white ring touching the base of the tree trunk. Don't worry about the ball guide, but it is there if you want to refer to it. Then we are going to adjust max numbers, 15% elevation. You'll see when we adjust here the ball guide will disappear because of the tree, but don't worry about that, we are going to apply curl to get round it. And here you need a generous amount of curl, so take a note of where the edges of the ball is, especially the left edge. Try and replicate the curl as best as you can. I would suggest just removing a click of curl here, and you'll see why. We get a nice camera angle here, but I have just over curled this slightly, and we do get a 360 and in. So maybe one tick less curl on that one, just to make sure you drop it with the funnel on the back of the green, right at the pin. If you are enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to help out and keep everything free, then please consider making a small donation. All donations are gratefully received and help me out here on the channel, as all of the content here is produced for free in my own spare time. You can do that in one of three ways. You can hit the thanks button here on YouTube, you can make a PayPal donation via the link in the description down below, or you can also join us over on Patreon. Details at the end of the video. On this par 5 we're going to go with a Kingmaker because I want a bit more left spin. Adding spin first, 4.5 top spin, 3 bars left spin, and I'm going to go here at the top of plus 14 with the yellow ring touching the rough with extra mile 8. That will be plus 13 with extra mile 9 and P3 max with extra mile 7. Adjustment here is maximum distance 0 elevation. And then once we've done that, I'm going to make a small push-up, and I'm going to push up back to the start point. So if you started at plus 14, push up to plus 14. Extra mile 7 will push up to max. Extra mile 9 will push up to the top of plus 13. 3/4 ball left curl just before the circle drops as our overpower reference, and then try and hit perfect. Bouncing very nicely in the corner of the fairway and rolling down, you want a good distance here to set up a good attempt with the sniper of around 370 yards. Now here we need to tweak our aim. I was happy with the spin and the adjustment. I'm going with 3 back spin and 2 right spin. Then I'm going to use the landing position plus yards once I've found the position here. You could see I was aiming there with the ball guide about 2 green squares short, but I aim a little bit left of the pin, which I need to tweak on subsequent attempts, and I would encourage you to do the same. 78% slider for a plus 3 with sniper 10. That will be plus 5 with sniper 9 and plus 9 with sniper 7 and 8. 0 elevation, use sniper 10 numbers throughout here, regardless of your club level. Like I said, aiming more at the pin will get you in for the albatross here on this par 5. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.